Hello.
Hey, is Dennis there?
Speaking.
Hey, Dennis, this is RJ Bates calling about your property on Kenwood Street. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, RJ. How are you today?
Pretty good. You had entered this on my website saying that you were looking to sell that property. You still looking to sell?
Yes, sir. I inherited the property about 5 or 6 months ago, and I was thinking about listing it with an agent, but I wanted to kind of fill out some options before I did just that.
Okay. How much are you looking to get for it?
Well, the realtor that I talked to originally said I'd like to get like 158 for it, but it has a garage apartment on the back as well. It's 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and it needs some work on it, some renovation. So I was thinking that if I can come out of the deal with about 100, 120, that'd be all right.
Okay.
And there's about $2,900 left on the mortgage.
2,900? That's not.
Yeah.
That's a very small mortgage.
Yeah.
That's going to be probably the smallest mortgage I hear all day today. All right, let's see here. So you said there's a garage apartment in the back. So the property itself is 1,400 square feet, though, right?
Yeah, the house is, if you look at between the house and the apartment, the house itself is probably about 1,150, 1,200 square feet. It's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. And I just converted everything fully over to electric there because there was some issue with the gas line and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, you know what? It needs to be all electric anyway. So I changed it over to all electric.
Gotcha.
The rental income house rents for $1,100 a month. The apartment, well, actually, it's not rented right now because it's under renovation. It rents for $750 a month. So,
is it occupied right now or is it vacant?
The house is yes, but the apartment is not, of course.
Gotcha.
And and State Farm is actually, we're in the middle of getting everything situated so they can replace the roof on the apartment and the house. The roof was replaced 4 years ago, and they got some damage in the last storm we had. So we're in the process of getting that situated as well. So.
Okay. The $1,100 a month for the house, is that tenant under a lease or is that month to month?
Month to month.
Okay.
They actually traded me a fifth wheel camper for the first year's rent. So, and if I sell it, I'll just give them the camper back and they can make arrangements elsewhere. So.
Well, there might be a possibility that we would want them to stay. So if I bought it, they are okay with continuing to pay $1,100 a month, though, right?
Well, like I said, they traded me a fifth wheel camper for the first year's rent. I mean,
so we're 6 months off on that.
Yeah, I mean, and if that's something that you were interested in, of course,
right.
You could turn that fifth wheel appraised at almost $18,000. So, yeah, that's the better end of that deal, to be honest with you.
Right.
Because I was just going to turn around and sell it, or actually put it in an RV spot and rent it out for $750 a month.
Tell me a little bit about the condition of the house itself. I know you said the apartment needs work or is being renovated, but what about the house?
Yeah, the house was actually in good shape. I went in and I put in probably about right at $4,000 into. There was a few minor plumbing problems on backups and stuff like that. I got that issue taken care of. There was the central heat and air. The unit was older than probably my father was when he died. So what I did was I got a heat and cool window unit. I think it was 15,000 BTUs, something like that. It does really well, and I bought a 3-year extended warranty on that as well. Excuse me. I priced a new central heat and air unit, which is right around $5,200 to replace it. So that's give and take. I mean, depending on the purchase of the property, what the buyer would want to do. That's something that we can negotiate on. But I mean, the window unit is brand new that's in it. Like I said, it's got a 3-year extended warranty in addition to the 2-year manufacturer warranty.
Okay.
The only thing I don't like about the house is, for some reason, my dad decided to paint it Papa Smurf blue, that in the apartment. But other than that, yeah, the house is in good shape.
I gotcha.
It's all original hardwood floors. Now, the bathroom, the tile in the bathroom is original, and the house is kind of settled. So some of that is cracked, you know, but that's something, again, you know, nothing major.
All right. So obviously I'm an investor. There's no realtor commissions. I cover the closing. I said there's, you know, I'm an investor, so it's going to be cash, no realtor commissions. If I cover the closing costs, what's like the best price that you can do for me on this?
I really don't want to get under 100,000, to be honest with you, OJ. You know, because I mean, even at that, I mean, whoever purchased it be walking in with over 50,000 equity in the place.
Right. How far along are the renovations on the back apartment? Like if we close, like say in 30 days, is that going to be done, or am I going to need to come in and finish out that work?
No, right now, like I said, because of the leak in the roof caused some of the interior damage on the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got some walls torn out in there to assess the damage and stuff like that. And then my agent, Raymond Wright, came out and told me to stop all construction on it until their adjuster came out and can look at things, take pictures. So that's basically where I'm at with State Farm right now.
So that'll be covered by the insurance claim. So we don't really need to worry about that too much.
Right.
So that'll be in a position to be rented out from the insurance proceeds, pretty much.
Correct. Yes.
Gotcha.
And actually, if you want to get technical, even if I took it out of my pocket, it wouldn't be no more than $3,000 to completely finish it, you know, completely do it, renovate it, and have it in a turnkey situation.
Gotcha.
But the insurance company is, I'm not putting that in cents if they're going to pay for it, to be honest with you.
All right. I mean, I feel like you said, 100,000 is fair, especially if I can get those tenants in the house to go under lease for the 1,100, because that's what I would want to do, is keep this as a rental. And I get that they gave that to you for the first year and stuff like that. I can work with them on that. I just want to know when like that year expires, that then they're going to start paying rent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they are. Well, he just got everything situated to the VA, and I think he's getting like $2,000 a month just on that. Plus, he does. He was my maintenance guy. He took care of the home that I live in personally, and when all this came up, he went over and got to looking and did a lot of work over there. And when I decided because I was going to originally just keep the house vacant and sell it. And then he was like, well, you know, my wife and I would be interested, but how would this sound? And, you know, like I said, they offered me the fifth bill. And I was like, hey, that, you know, I pulled a little information on that. And, you know, I came out on the better end of that deal. So I was like, absolutely. So that's something, you know, that you're interested in. Absolutely. You know, they can be signed over you or whatever.
Okay. Well, let's do this. Why don't I send you over? I've got your email as first name, last name, pl@yahoo.com. Is that correct?
That would be correct. Yes, sir.
All right. So what I'll do is I'll write up that contract for 100,000. I'll send that to you. Timeline wise, I mean, we've got Thanksgiving coming up, so we're kind of losing a week there. And then of course we got Christmas. So do you want to close before Christmas, or do you want to do it after the New Year?
Well, I'd like to close before Christmas if possible, because, I mean, Property is not really causing me any issues, but that'll also give me time to get everything situated with State Farm, and I get the rest of my personal effects, because underneath the apartment, of course, is, there's one single bay garage that you can get a car in, and then the other one, what Dad did was he turned the whole thing into a workshop. So that is, it's full of tools and stuff out of the house and things like that. So that will give me time to get all of that out and into a storage unit.
So what do you think about me putting a closing date of December 22nd, on or before?
That should be fine.
Okay.
Yes, that should be fine.
Okay. So what I will do is I will write that up. I'll send that over to you. It'll come through Dropbox Sign, which is just like DocuSign. And you can sign it right there on either your phone or on your computer. And then we'll get the title open as soon as you get that signed, and then we'll get the process started and hopefully get this closed before Christmas. Okay.
All right. That sounds like a winner, RJ.
All right. Thank you, Dennis. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Boom, baby. Look at that. All right. So what I do here is I don't think that's going anywhere. Normally I would say, hey, I should have tried to keep him on the phone and send him the contract. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to send this to Keaton to have him draft the contract. So I just send them the card from our CRM. 100K. Close on 12/22. And then I don't have to worry about it. It's just taken care of. Move on to the next. So let's do it. ARV on that one, I think, is at least 160. I think it could be more. But with that rented for $1,850, we're getting it at 100.
Hello, I'm Louis Bill of the grocery book price. If you have reached me, I am basically coming back at.
I think we should be able to move that one pretty quick. That lead cost me $100.